Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there. Today I've got 8 different creations, kind of a mixed bag on what they're for. Some of them, a couple of them are for Reforged Eden, some are for both Reforged Eden and Vanilla. Some are, this one is just for Vanilla here, and then there's 3 that are not CPU compliant. And they'll say that in their workshop posts as well. So to start with here, the first creations I'm going to show in Vanilla, and then I'll get to Reforged Eden to show a couple other creations. The first one here is the Anaconda Elite Dangerous, or ED, by Tomcat. And this is a Vanilla CPU compliant creation here, and I really think it's very, very cool. The shaping on this is neat. It's running really aggressive angles beyond what the game can actually pull off with the blocks. But honestly, I think the author did a really good job with that. It's hard. You can't, it's the game's missing the blocks to smoothly accomplish these kinds of angles. But for what's available, I don't think you could really do much of a better job with trying to represent this angle and this shape on it. And it's also it's painted nicely too. I love the red stripes in there. I was looking at these insets on either side over here. Those look really good too. Just interesting block combination in there. Looks technical. You look at it from a little distance, it certainly looks like some kind of technical pieces, engine parts, or something along those lines. And then the inset turrets in here too are really cool. I like how that's done. They're kind of sitting on pedestals, more of a roundish formation pedestal, and sort of creep up over there, cut into the hull, which I think that's a neat look. It really does. When you got a big smooth hull, and then you take areas and you cut into it like that. And obviously, this is a replica of a ship too, but the author has to make a lot of things different to make it work in Empyrion. So there's I think the author did a really good job with this. I love the shaping, really do. And I very much wish we could get some more blocks in Empyrion. It would be neat to have sets of blocks to accomplish lower degree angles, like maybe 11.25 degree or something like that. Double up the 22.5s that the game pretty much works around. Cool looking stance here too. I like this. Way into the ship over here with the hangar opening. How this kind of sits above there. A lot of landing gear there. Looks like we got some big side hangar doors as well. Taking a look at the back, this is pretty interesting too. The author drew out, essentially out of blocks and textures, his own thrusters, which is really cool. They obviously look very different from the standard Empyrion thrusters here, and probably a lot more fitting to what the original ship was. And that is pretty cool. You don't see that happen too often. I'm just kind of curious. I got to look behind here. I wonder if there's. Oh yeah, look at that. There is real thrusters behind here. Looks like a couple. If I'm just guessing, and I think they're XLs. Maybe not. But yeah, they probably are. That is really cool. Yeah, great looking shaping, and the paint job on it's really cool as well. The color scheme. I notice it's got kind of looks like a extra bridge right up in the front here too. I'm not super familiar with all the inner workings of the ship. I know it was a ship that I wanted to try to acquire at Elite Dangerous, but it was going to take a lot of time to get the resources. And once you can purchase a ship, that's not even remotely part of it, because then there's all the upgrades and stuff, which can be very, very expensive, and you gotta make a lot of money, which takes some time to do. I mean, when I was playing it, I was doing mostly trading, and I think I got bored of doing trading, but I was a little, especially after I got heavy into trading, I bought some kind of medium-sized cargo ship, but then of course I was completely scared to get in any combat-oriented things, so I might have wrecked the game for me by trying to do the trading more than other things. I know there's mining and a lot of other activities you can do in Elite Dangerous to acquire income and resources. But very, very cool. So anyway, let me adjust the lights, and I'm going to get aboard this. We can see there's a lot of retractable weaponry and things on here too. You can all over the place. You know what? Before I do that, let me pull out the guns just to see what pops out here. Quite a lot popped out there. Oh yeah, a lot of guns over here. We got some sentry guns in the mix there too. A couple of rockets up front, a bunch of weaponry on the sides here. Looks like they gonna have a nice line of sight for the most part. I don't think these half blocks get in the way of the turrets anymore. I think for a little while they did, if you had anything in front of them at all. But I think that has changed, so they probably work just fine. That's cool. Oh, we got some artillery launchers in here too, don't we? Yeah, this is a pretty potent ship. Well, the one in the game was too. It was definitely a higher end ship, at least at the time when I was playing it. Now there's a lot of new ships, I'm sure, in Elite Dangerous. This one was around for a while though. All right. Well, anyway, let me adjust the lights, and I'm gonna get aboard here. So it looks like as soon as you get into the hangar, there's probably other ways in the ship here. So, interesting. We got a catwalk kind of going up to the front area of the ship. Got a repair bay right here as soon as you get aboard. And, oh yeah, there's the console. I like the LCD up there. Got a couple switches over here as well. I wonder, that probably turned on the repair bay. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh yeah, and the blinky lights here on the floor too. Formation blinky lights. I like that. How they're timed to come on at a certain interval there. That's really cool. Like the medical setup over here. Looks like we got a full. Well, we've got all the extra medical components, and we got an O2 unit there. Another one on this side. I guess I was medical bay, the actual medical bay piece. I was wondering if maybe that should be in there too. I like the idea of the shower though too, because that really helps with radiation and things like that. Yeah, that's cool. I like the little things like the chair in front of the repair console. Nice touches there. Let me see what this switch does. Okay, that turns on the armor repair bay. So over here we got our armor locker and repair bay, as it says on the wall, and medical on that side. That's cool. Beyond here, it looks like we've got a glassed off, from the looks of it, a XL thruster that would be on the outside. Interior sentry guns here to shoot any intruders, and a couple nice, good size landing pads over by the main hangar doors on the sides. So that's neat too. So you can park some stuff. Ooh, nice. I like seeing this. So we're on hangar deck A. We got engineering warp drive next floor up. Engineering shield and workshop deck B. Oh, look at that. They're hot sensors, so it shows up when you get there. Yeah, and it points. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Oh yeah, look at this room. Wow, this is actually pretty big in here. So it looks like we've got our warp drive, shield, gravity generator, offline protection tank right in the front there, kind of on this walk path there, and got some generators off to the sides. It's cool. Interesting setup here. It got a very tall room, but yeah, it's packing in all these big main parts that the ship would want. Let's see, I just want to make sure there's no other ways off from here. There's obviously an upper catwalk, but I think we'll hit that on a floor above. Yeah, let's get up to over here. So it looks like we walked right into production. Nice setup here. We got looks like four constructors. Are these the advanced ones? I think they probably are. Oh, you know what's screwing me up? I'm used to the Reforged Eden model, and this is the vanilla model of them. So, yeah, it does look a little bit different. Yeah, it's been a while, actually, since I seen that model there. That's kind of cool, too. Yeah, definitely. So, looks like we got 4 small constructors on the front here, some some cargo pallets. Probably a power switch, I bet. Yep, power. Oh, it's nice. I like the power management on the ship too. It looks like everything's kind of set up, at least stock, to conserve on energy usage, and then you can turn things on as you need them. The cargo bay 2 over here. It's like a 320K on that side. I bet you the same over here. Yep. And another one over here. We'll take a look at all the cargo later anyways, but nice production room there. Ooh, look at this. Like the hallway look here. That looks sharp. And oh wow, this is an elevator. We'll take that in a second. Let me just explore this floor here. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a cool looking crew room. Yeah, I like that. I like this window kind of peering down into the hangar there too on the side. Hardwood floors, the clean white walls with it, and the black furniture. That's a nice look. Another crew room on this side. Looks like quite a few. Yeah, this ship's got some nice crew spaces, I gotta say. They're not all sardined together in some bunk beds and anything. They got their own nice deluxe pad here. Oh, this is nice too. Looks like our cafeteria or food processing area. Yeah, sharp. Got the same kind of detailed or luxurious style here, which I definitely like. I like the setup here with the counter space as well. Nice touch with the LCD over there as well. DeLacy Anaconda. I don't know what the DeLacy means. Maybe that's the individual name of this ship. I'm not. That could be. I'd have to look at the description. Maybe it says something about that. It looks like through here we get into a farming section. Well, it's got pretty much everything on it. So it looks like we're running, what would that be, 6 times 9, so 54 grow plots, I would say, in this area. And it looks like we've got our grow light switches right over here. Very nice. And I like how they're kind of embedded into the curved ceiling there. That's pretty cool design there. And it looks like another nice pad over here. Is this like maybe the captain's quarters? So well, I don't know. All the rooms are really nice. So everybody's doesn't matter if you're a regular deckhand or whatnot. It looks like you're gonna have a nice place to chill. Oh yeah, that might be the captain's quarters though. And then this is that front bridge that we've seen from the outside. So a nice first-person bridge right up on the front as well. Shower in here. Yeah, nice. Let me head all the way back over this way, and then we're gonna get to this elevator over here. Nope, that ain't it. Maybe it's just on this side. Yes. Okay, so we're at we were at living quarters workshop deck B, and we're gonna go up to the combat bridge here. Oh, so a secure cockpit area as well. This is where the main core is. Our teleporter, nicely set up on sensors. I like the display across the front here. That's really cool. And yeah, a couple passenger seats in here, as well as an armor locker and a clone chamber. Then we got some ammo bay over here, a 320. Nice. So yeah, secure bridge as well. Let's head all the way up here. This is the main bridge and airlock. Oh, that's cool. You kind of walk into the side over here. I like that. Oh yeah, check out the LCD work here. Oh, that's cool. Automatic ladder, automatic gateway, gravitation. Warning, the ramp is open. Yeah, because yeah, it's landed. It is. I bet you all these are set up to with certain switches. I'll have to check out the P menu options and whatnot as well. Yeah, I would say that's the name of the ship, DeLacy Anaconda. Yeah, that's cool. Nice looking bridge. I like the glass work here too. It's interesting. It's a double layer of glass. You've got the outer layer here, which is the angled regular glass, and there's an inner layer of armored glass going along the inside of that. So kind of a double layer of protection even there. And airlock. Hold on, let's figure out where this airlock is. Let's go this way. Look at this. This must be our airlock. Quick way in and out near the bridge area. Yep. And some O2 over here as well, and a shower. Get rid of those rads before you get back in the ship. No, that's cool. That's well thought out too, having that quick way into the main bridge area here. Definitely like that. Gravitation. Let's take a look at some P menu options here. Quite a lot of them. I bet you some of these are tied into the display on the front. Let's shut off gravitation. Yeah, and it is. That is cool. It's a lot of work doing all this stuff, but it's really neat in the end. Yeah, the automatic ladder. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Automatic gateway. Yeah, they're all definitely tied in there. Rocket turrets. Oh, that is too. Plasma. I'm going to just turn on everything. Oh, yeah, check it out. Yeah, that's cool. So you got a bunch of different switches for different kinds of turrets as well. If you're like in the atmosphere, some turrets aren't going to work, so you might as well keep those retracted. So that's another great option. Yeah, cool looking area. I do like the LCD work. It's the way it's set up too. Just little touches like the rounded corners on the background too. That kind of that looks cool. So I think, is that all? I think that might have been the whole ship here. Yeah. So back through this area. Make sure I didn't miss anything back over here. And then we're into engineering. Oh yes, the upper catwalks around engineering. You can look at the shield. Looks like you've got a lot of thruster access points back here too, including looks like the rear thrusters that were behind those block creation thruster look, which is again really cool. Nice touch there. Yeah, very cool ship. Very cool ship. Well, let's take a look at some specs here. So we're within our 10 million CPU compliancy for vanilla. So it's going to be running 4 advanced CPU cores. We are unlock level 20. Surprised it's not 25. Interesting. Size class 9. So pretty big ship too. Good thrust. 98 forward, 40 strafing, 69 lift, 51 down, 49 reverse, 24 hour and 26 minute build time. Of course, with a combat oriented ship like this, it's going to take some estrium and zecosium. It's unavoidable if you want guns and thrusters and stuff. A lot of fuel tanks, 26 fuel tanks, 46 oxygen tanks. Quite a barrage of weaponry here as well. I would say this would be compliant though. The counts I'm seeing here look like they won't go over the default weapon limits option, which you can go over. It's just you have to set up your game to allow that. So that's not a big deal either. So yeah, very cool there. And yeah, CPU totally in check within the 10 million. Take a look at your storage. So what have we got here? We got some labeled stuff in here. Fridges, main bay. Oh, it's all here. So it looks like we're running 6 320K storage bays, 2 ammos, and 4 cargos. Yeah, good amount of storage as well. Yeah, you can definitely see that top entry coming into the main bridge there too. Yeah, very cool ship. I love the shaping and general looks of it. You did a great job. So again, this is the Anaconda Elite Dangerous, or ED, by Tomcat. Awesome work on this. Very, very cool ship. So the next one here is a little smaller. Actually, the next 3 are pretty small creations, but very cool ones. Let's take a look at this one here. This is the Akabo Scout by J. Drafton. And this is either for vanilla or Reforged Eden. I thought this was a cool looking, this is a HV. A cool looking one. I love the styling and how it's textured. It kind of has that authentic look to it here. It's a mixed material on the surface. A lot of detail items, some rust, color changes, just a lot of really fine detail on here. And it's a cool looking design. Really, it's different. It's taller. It's most HVs I look at are, trying to be kind of sleek and things like this. And this one's like, nah, I want to be like this. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but it's cool. I like it. I like the design on it. Looks like it would have a decent amount of interior space as well for its general size. But yeah, this is cool. This little intricate work here with the deco parts and the some of this framing. Good choice of cockpit as well. Looks like we got a spot over here for an additional turret. Like the thruster engines on how they're displayed too. They're not hidden, buried underneath it, but instead they're off to the sides here. That's cool. That is cool. Decent amount of guns on here too, and obviously you can at least pop in one more over there, but I'm not sure if there's more weapon mount points in places. It's interesting too. It looks like it's set up to back on the side of a creation. That might be something. That's a cool idea actually. I wonder if there's another creation that this is designed to directly fit into. That would be really slick there. I'd have to look at the description a little bit more on that one. Yeah, cool looking design, definitely. Let's take a look inside here. I'm curious. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it doesn't. Hold on, we'll open this. Oh, okay, it goes straight up to just a bunch of functionality right here. So we got a constructor, armor locker, and our trauma center right over there, or medical bay. Maybe it's called that way. And I didn't even. Yeah. This is an HV part, isn't it? So that is part of the vanilla game. And this is. I'm looking at this in vanilla, but this was a dual compatible creation. It's for vanilla or Reforged Eden, so keep that in mind as well when I look at the numbers on it. So I guess it doesn't have an inside, but come to think of it, I'm seeing a lot of other parts in there, a lot of thrusters and things like that. I'll fly through the center of it here in a second, but no, that's really cool. Interesting looking HV design. Yeah, that's cool. I like the texturing too, and they get the color breakups and all that fun stuff. Let me cheat, fly inside of here. Looks like we would have space for stuff in here, more parts, things like that. Oh yeah, and yeah, it's designed for that too. Look at that. We've got access doors on the sides here to put pieces in there, whether that be CPU blocks or whatnot on either side, actually. Yeah, it all makes sense now. That's pretty cool. So I'm curious. I spawned this in vanilla, so this can't be a long-range radar. I wonder if it actually comes that way in Reforged Eden, though. Probably not. Probably not, because that would break it on the vanilla compatibility there. So, anyway. Is that like a... Is this like an R2-D2 over here? Is that what's going on? Yeah. So now I am curious if this is a replica of something in Star Wars, something I'm unfamiliar with. I really need to catch up on a lot of the Star Wars Disney shows that have been on, and I'm drastically behind on them. So this might be a replica, and I just didn't realize it as well. But yeah, seeing this. it just reminds me of R2, and the general color scheme looks like it would be very fitting for Star Wars as well. So I wonder if this is truly a replica. I just lack the knowledge. I got to catch up on some Star Wars big time. Anyway, let's take a look at some specs. So unlock level 12. Yeah, not so bad there. 32 forward, 32 strafing, 32 reverse. So pretty much, yeah, just solid. The same speed in all 4 directions for an HV. Size class 1. 3 fuel tanks, 1 oxygen tank, 2 hours and 14-minute build time, 4 minigun turrets, and 1 detector stock on there. So yeah, this is quite inexpensive, really, for what it is. So that is pretty cool too. A lower level unlock than what I expected by seeing it as well. Oops, let's take a look at your CPU. So in vanilla, which I'm showing it now, it's a tier 3 creation using 24,000 CPU. This is also stock compatible in Reforged Eden. The CPU numbers would be a little bit different, but it's absolutely believe it should fit within the range there. It's probably set up for 2 improved cores, I'm guessing. And that would translate pretty well to Reforged Eden as well with the same specifications. Yeah, very cool design there. One last thing. Let's take a look at your storage. So we got a harvest controller. 32K harvest controller at that, and an ammo controller at 1125. And we got some more boxes and whatnot in here too. Armory, trading goods. Yeah. So a number of boxes. I think we can see some of those here. In fact, these decal pieces, I think they are actually doubling as a box. No, they are not. Where are the boxes? Constructor, obviously. Thought I seen something on the sides here. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even go down here. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got, looks like a place for a shield right in here. We got Wi-Fi right below there. So, yeah, a shield home as well. Oh, that's cool. You can upgrade this quite a lot. Yeah, very nice. Very nice creation again. Again, the Akabo, if I said that right, Scout by Jay Drafton. Very cool. Very cool creation. So the next one here, this is another little one. This is a little speeder bike. This is the LFZ78Z speeder bike by Life Force, and this is again compatible with Reforged Eden or Vanilla. Yeah, look at this little guy here. Yeah, I like that. Definitely looks like a speeder bike. I like this front fin area over here. It looks like we got a Gatling gun kind of installed down in there too. And this is a hover vessel as well. Interesting. I guess it makes sense being a speeder bike when it got our detector over there. Yeah, cool looking cockpit. I like all the block work. When you do creations this small, I mean every single block counts. And it looks like Life Force, did a real nice job on this again. Life Force really been create some wonderful looking creations, gotta say. But yeah, I like this. I like the paint scheme on here a lot too, and just every block hand-picked texture. Little things like look at this little itty bitty block over here just for the heck of it. But it's cool. I mean, it just adds in that fine detail. When you're dealing with a creation this small, you want to try to pack as much of that fine detail in as you can. And yeah, just little things like this little side block along this piece over here too. It all looks great. I want to make sure you got power though. I have a feeling, yeah, you ran out of fuel. Let me get that back on. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see our texture lights back there. Yeah, I like how this is set up here too. You got the generator in there, and you can kind of see it spinning through like the side of the engine compartment. That's cool. It's like a pretty useful creation, I bet too. I can't imagine this would be terribly expensive. Nice location for the fridge there. Like the aligning texture around the fridge. Yeah, it kind of draws like a frame around it. That's cool. Let's take a look at some numbers here. Wow, this thing doesn't use any CPU practically here. So yeah, 2577 on CPU usage. Obviously, it has no CPU cores in it. Doesn't need them. And I'm really curious on the price. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 9 minute and 16 second spawn time. And I'm in vanilla too. This might be, well, it'll probably be a little bit different in Reforged Eden, but yeah, look at this, man. You can get into this thing super fast, honestly. I bet you could collect these resources first spawning in the game with your tool you get with some rocks in your nearby area, and then you could instantly dump this into your into the factory and have a transportation within 10 minutes, probably of starting the game, practically. You might have to do a little bit. You're gonna have to make a little carbon substrate. So you might have to chop a tree or two down and process that for some carbon substrate. But you know, yeah, that's a nice useful creation. This would be a real bang up one. Really early game. You know, just getting around. It's so much better than using the motorbike or on foot. And then you got a spotlight there too, so you can see where you're going at night. Plus you got the Gatling gun in there. Yeah, very nice. Let me take a look at its storage. So we got an ammo controller at 633 and a fridge. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. That's actually you can get quite a bit of minigun rounds in there for the amount of storage that it has. So 633, not too bad for a creation this size, considering it has like everything else in there too. Yeah, really cool creation. Again, this is the LF Z78 speeder bike by Lifeforce. Compatible with Reforged Eden and Vanilla. Super inexpensive. Definitely like a starter, get around kind of creation. Very useful for gameplay, actually. So the next one over here, this was for Star Salvage, but it also said it was not CPU compliant on the post. So this is the ESC.01 Star Salvage by Failjack. I thought this was a nice looking fighter. Just looks really good all the way around. It's got quite a barrage of miniguns on it. I like how the stances and the color scheme and everything like that looks really good. Kind of looks like you could obviously replace some of these like wing deco parts here with probably some more guns and stuff like that as well. Like the wings. It's interesting setup here too. It kind of cuts in right over here, but then it comes down for the landing gear in the front. But it makes it kind of a neat looking spacing there. And we've got oh wow, we got 4 turrets off the backside of this as well. Interesting. So don't chase this ship. It's gonna shoot you a lot if you do that. So it kind of looks like it's kind of set up to do some heavy minigun damage on the front, and then we have to shoot anything that pursues it from the back. Interesting setup there. Yeah, cool looking creation. Oh, it does have an interior too. Oh, that's neat. I like how you set up the wings over here, where you can walk up the wings to get in the ship there. Looks like just on the one side. Interesting. Let's go inside of here a minute. Let me adjust the lights real quick. Oh wait. Oh, did I run you out of fuel too? I did. Sorry about that. I had these big fuel things on me. You can see in the HUD these big ones, and some of these creations I can't fill them up when I first spawn them because the fuel I'm trying to put into it is too big for the amount of fuel tanks in the craft, so it wouldn't let me unless I grabbed lower fuel quantities there. Anyway, let me get the HUD back off here. So it looks like we got a lot of stuff on the interior here too. It's not I mean, obviously it's a pretty small area, but it's, you know, well, we got our RCS, our ventilator, storage control over here at 1.3K. Constructor, fridge, quite a bit more RCS over here on the side. Looks like our CP, no, that would be storage controller. Yeah, so what do we got here? Here's our ammo controller. Okay, that's 2191 on ammo. So we got both in there. And then behind this door, oh wow, look at that. We got a warp drive in here too. Our Wi-Fi, detector, taxi tank, fuel, O2. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff packed in the back room here. It pretty much fills that up. Looks like we got a, is that a shield I'm looking at here? Let me get the light on. Get the light on. Does my light not work? My light doesn't work. Why doesn't my light work? There it goes. Okay. I didn't have my helmet on. So yeah, we got a shield. Warp drive. Yeah, that's pretty full featured in here. Constructor. Quite a bit of RCS. I still got to check into Star Salvage. I got to see the impact of RCS in Star Salvage. Maybe it treats them differently, and I'm just not familiar with that. I haven't really done much with RCS in a long, long time, but I've been seeing RCS on more and more creations as of late, so I'm kind of curious if I'm missing out on something here. So anyway, yeah, that's cool. So it's got a lot of function inside it. It looks like it's really set up to be used for quite a lot of things. Its primary weaponry is going to be around a bunch of miniguns, like a lot of miniguns. I'm curious how much damage that does. I know they're not really set up necessarily to take out like hulls of ships and things like that, but with that many, I wonder how effective it is. It would slice through other things though, like drones and stuff. And again, I don't exactly know all what's in Star Salvage. With the bad guys and all that stuff, but yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So to start with, unlock level 10. So yeah, definitely it's not a huge unlock at all. Size class 1, 36 forward, 4 strafing, 22 lift, 15 down, 36 reverse, 1 hour and 6 minute build time. So yeah, pretty quick to build as well. A touch of estrium and zecosium, something you could easily get out of a POI. Yeah, 4 minigun turrets, 8 Gatlings, and a detector. 5 fuel tanks, 5 oxygen tanks. Now the CPU, it certainly could be CPU compliant. And I know the RCS kind of rack up the price a little bit, but this is still even at 42,000. Is well in at least the Reforged Eden specs of being 60,000 with a Core 9. So yeah, if you want this ship and you're playing with the CPU on, you could pretty easily get this CPU compliant. You'd probably just have to add your basic couple improved, maybe a couple advanced CPU cores, or try to remove some RCS and play with the numbers a little bit to try to avoid any advanced CPU cores in there. But yeah, really cool design. I like it. This idea of walking up the wing, that's slick. That is really slick. A nice use of the wing parts there. They look nice anyway, but giving them some actual function beyond just looking pretty is really cool as well. So again, this is the ESC.01 Star Salvage by Failjack. Very cool design. So the next one here. This one is one I grabbed off new releases. I was just kind of like looking around, and I found this one. I thought it was pretty cool looking, very crazy looking design in a cool kind of crazy way. But this is the Orion Nebula M1 by the Manatee King, and it did say that this is not CPU compliant right on the post, and to turn off the CPU if you're going to use this ship. So I'll try to figure out why that is. But yeah, cool looking design. I like the shaping's unique, and then it does have kind of an offset asymmetrical bridge up over here too, and this big ring that goes right through the back side of it there too. Kind of like a yeah, that is really interesting. We actually got like a hangar door down in there too. Just yeah, it's some really interesting block work on here, I gotta say. Even how some of this other stuff is done. It's kind of like a bit of a wavy pattern going on here, but that looks neat. And then the offset of the colors, a lot of round block work going along the sides here. And then yeah, kind of like another ring here. Looks like this could be like a big like lift fan or something in there, like a drone or something. I was looking at yeah, these round blocks on the top there. Oh yeah, they're kind of offset in a little bit different formation, kind of making kind of almost like a logo there. Or like, yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Look at this front, aggressive front. It's almost like kind of a ship there. Looks like you could ram something and slice through it a little bit there. Icebreaker kind of thing. That is cool. That's actually probably where, yeah, it just sits down on the ground there. And we got our 2 rear landing gear. There might be one buried in here. Maybe. Doesn't need it. Turrets on the bottom side over here. Yeah, I like the painting on here too. You know, it's just adds in that blue, kind of a little random, but that's the cool thing about it is it's not really following a preset formation. You know, it's just kind of doing some blue and stuff in certain places. This is a cool looking formation of blocks right over here as well. Making that V pattern in there with the thin blocks across the top of it. And some pretty meaty forward thrust on here. And a little one on the side there. That's cool. I like this the setup here too with the windows and the block work around there. Interesting look. Alright, well, let me adjust the lights and I think I'll go through the hangar and we'll see where that leads. Oh wow. Look at that. That's some pretty crazy Art Deco stuff going on here. That is interesting. When I walked in here, I suddenly, yeah, it just, oh, and we got wood grain in here too. Yeah, cool. The hangar floor got a lot of decal paint on there, giving it some extra detail. But that's interesting. Wow, what's going on with the hangar walls there? Kind of this interesting formation here. And this block setup over here, that is that's pretty cool. I haven't seen anything quite like that before. Oh, yeah, up on the top, looks like we got glass above. It goes up to a room there. A couple sentry guns in the hangar on this one as well. And there must be an intruder problem in the game here. Yeah, cool looking area here. Oh yeah, we got a big front ramp here. Let's open this up, see how this links up to the shape. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, it's cool. Again, I kind of like this, how this swoops down over on the front here too. That's a pretty cool looking staircase. Just taking a look at the this supporting glass here, kind of as like trim work, going at a 45-degree angle, kind of matching the staircase on both next to the staircase and above it. That's a cool look. I like that. Just on this side too. So definitely some asymmetrical features around the ship here. Oh, look at that. I was like, is that a ram? No, it's part of like a framework, it looks like. So yeah, there's a kind of a room over here. Oh yeah, the glass window over there as well. And let's hop up here. Yeah, there's some interesting glass. I didn't even notice all this necessarily on the outside, but yeah, the different glassed off sections here. Oh, this is that area above the hangar. Oh, that's cool. The use of the texture lights in there as well. pretty bright in here. I do have it at nighttime right now, but it is quite illuminated inside the ship here. There's like an LCD over there. Looks like we got our production area here, I would say, or at least 2 constructors. Looks like there's room potentially for some more parts, but oh yeah. So these are all cargo boxes on the side. Nice. And then we got a farm section over here. Again, yeah, quite a bit of asymmetrical features on the inside as well here. Like this entire farm area. So it looks like it's running, let's see, 9 and 6, so 15 grow plots in that section. We got our fridge and food processor. HDMI 1, no input. Cute. HDMI, you betcha. Assembly area, like the LCD up there. Oh, we got some information here. Oh. Oh, it's got a phone number to call for assistance too. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah, I'll think that's a little bit of a sense of humor. This is a cool looking like crew area here. I like this glass and the fancy looking woodwork around it. Captain's cabin. Oh, the captain of this ship is got quite the pad, I gotta say. Look at that. Again, if you look at the ship too, with the block work, there's a lot of angles, a lot of like curve angles and things like that going on throughout this ship. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's got definitely some really cool block work going on here with it. Yeah, nice looking captain's area here, by the way. Oh yeah, look at this. They got a full blown like kitchen with an island and a plant. Yeah, that's a plant. Plus your facilities over here, your shower and the toilet. Yeah, again, the captain's really got a nice thing going on here, and got a nice view, kind of looking through this this part of the ship here. Let's head across, see what's on the other side. Oh, we got our HDMI 2 no input. Man, someone needs to plug in their equipment there. Everything's disconnected right now. So the starboard catwalk and then the bridge. Oh yeah, it does actually walk out to the outside. I don't know, this is kind of luxurious, I gotta say. I didn't know what to expect on the interior. Let's head up this way, up to the bridge. Yeah, cool looking bridge here. Pilot seat. Console. Glass pretty much all the way around it. Well, not well. A lot of windows. We got the antenna on the outside there, and then we have a walkway right out, so you got quick access getting into the bridge area here from the side. Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like a luxury ship in some regards. Definitely with the styling and design of it, a lot of it are like very artsy, which is really cool. Also, yeah, a lot of use of the different angled wedge blocks and combinations to create larger swooping round patterns and whatnot, which is yeah, again, very, very cool. Like the asymmetrical touches to it too. There's quite a bit. Actually, the more I look at it, the more asymmetrical features I'm seeing. Kind of like the glass over here around where the captain's room was versus like the turret position on the other side of the ship right over there. But the main hull is symmetrically done. It just has accents that are asymmetrically done. And then the interior, of course, has a lot of asymmetrical accents as well. I'm gonna hop back in here one more time and head forward. Check out this area here. So we got our generators, pentaxi tank. Looks like our warp drive is right there. Okay, so it's just okay. That is the front there. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything there. Yeah, and that's through the farm. We've been here already, and yeah, it's just a really interesting layout here. let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 20, size class 4, really fast forward thrust here, 339 ms, 26 strafing, 33 lift, 166 reverse, 29 down, 5 fuel tanks, 10 oxygen tanks, 7 hour and 22 minute build time, some estrium and zirconium. Uh, Reasonable. Not trying to be like a super gunship or anything, but you know, defensive weaponry, maybe some offensive in the mix. Running 34 RCS on here. Again, this was not a CPU compliant creation. In fact, I'm just kind of curious what it comes out to. Okay, so yeah, it's coming out 45 million CPU here. I would guess that's entirely because of the RCS in here. The 34 RCS is totaling 42 million CPU on the ship. So I would say that is why it has the CPU up this high. But that also makes me think that this could easily be CPU compliant with if it got rid of the RCS. I think it would fit with like vanilla specs right now, and quite possibly, providing it had the Core 9 setup, could work with Reforged Eden as well. So yeah, very cool ship. Again, this was one I just seen in new releases, and I thought it was interesting looking creation, and of course the post was done nicely too. So I knew the specs and I could read about it and stuff like that. And often, I mean, when I was looking through there today, I just wanted to bring this up for a second. There's a lot of creations, and there was a lot of other interesting looking creations and new releases. The problem I really ran into today was there's a lot of them just missing any form of information about them. It would have like the blueprint picture. You get to the post, nothing. And, you know, I don't know if it's for Reforged Eden. I don't know the specs. Don't know anything about it. Don't know what the insides look like. Don't know what the back of the creation looks like. Nothing. So those I generally just skip, and I don't want to, because some of them today especially I thought looked really cool. I really wanted to check them out, but and maybe I should change my policy on that. I typically, if a post doesn't have any information whatsoever about the creation, or lack of pictures or specs and things like that, I usually skip by them. And maybe I shouldn't, but it's just it's one of those things where I think a lot of those creations, you know, that probably aren't getting super noticed, that probably should be. I would say it's a likely reason why is because just like I was skipping them because I didn't know anything about it. Other people, you know, that might look at the creation would come to that same conclusion, like, well, I don't know what it is, so I don't know if I want to spend the time to sub this and spawn it in so I can see what it's all about. So I mean, if you put something on the workshop, definitely try to do something with the Steam post. Try to get some more pictures of your creation, some specs. I usually just take screenshots of the specs and don't typically list a whole lot beyond that. Well, I kind of break it down a little bit too in the text, but it's just it's a good way, because I think there's some authors there that would get a lot more attention on their creations if their posts had more information on them. And it's not even about the creation; it's just about the post. So I just thought I'd run that by everyone. So next one here, this is, I cannot pronounce the name of this. It is in a different language, but it's spelled out OCHOBHAR, and the R is reversed. STA by Star Teth. And this one, it didn't have. This was one. This one was in the spotlight, and it really didn't have much information about it. So I didn't know if it was for Reforged Eden or vanilla. But it's a cool looking design, and this, what I believe it is, it's a base with a lot of farming in it. So I wanted to kind of check this out. Pretty interesting the way the blockwork was done on the hull. It's very, very busy, but it looks good in this manner too. It's got a lot of like this kind of blocks with um, a lot of texturing on it and things like that. And then quite a few windows in the mix, but really every inch of it is textured with something here, which it looks pretty cool. And it also has a lot of solar capacity to it. So this might have been set up, I don't know, again, for vanilla or reforged, and I did, I'm in vanilla right now. And that's usually, if I don't know what a creation is, usually I'll try it in vanilla first. If it doesn't say, I gotta try to assume it's vanilla. But anyway, it looks like we've got the maximum amount of vanilla allowed solar panels on the creation, I would say. So I think we're running, what's it, 8 here, and let's see, another 6, yeah, 15, plus a lot of solar capacitors in here, kind of on the top side here. And if the solar panels weren't there, it looks like it would have some pretty big landing areas for other craft and things like that. It's pretty cool. Interesting look, though. Definitely, it looks a little bit different, and I kind of like that. It kind of looks like a building for sure, you know, with the these round like formations in here, kind of like beams, things like that. Anyway, let's take a walk inside here. So yeah, really cool. As soon as you walk in, it looks like you got quite a bit of stuff going on. A staircase, some utility, O2 and health, Wi-Fi up on the ceiling. A couple big fancy windows on the inside here too. So we go out to either way here. Let's go this direction. So it looks like we got quite a lot of grow plots in here. I'd say I think that's a 54 setup on this floor. Our food processors and fridges. There's some different colors in here too. We're seeing some reds, and the floor coloring is different, kind of more of a brown. Different colors on the equipment over here. Yeah, a lot of block work and texturing done on the ceiling and walls and whatnot. Very cool. Here, I'm gonna go up first, and I'll try to get back to that other area here. So it looks like another 54 grow plots on this floor. So yeah, quite a bit. So we're over 100 grow plots now, 108 I would say, and this is right out to. So this would be out to like the landing deck slash solar panel array. All right, let's go back down and head the other direction. Just make sure I didn't miss any doors or anything out here. Okay. And then we got our looks like our production area, storage area, and production. Oh, look at that. We got a hold on. I'm used to different. I always hit that. Wrong F key. Okay. Yeah, deconstructor. Okay. Wasn't sure. That changed in Reforged Eden too, and I'm in vanilla, and it's seeing the older models in here. A couple advanced constructors, a deconstructor, cargo boxes. Looks like we got a storage control over here at 48K. Armor repair, armor locker, and the glass windows. So yeah, basically you got I think 108 grow plots plus you know, your production area over here. Some plants. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Looks like a nice functional base, and especially a lot of solar panel usage on here too. So it should be pretty inexpensive to operate in game. Now let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 15, size class 4, 3 hour and 16 minute build time, 12 fuel tanks in there. Yeah, so you got a lot of backup fuel as well as the solar arrangement. Not seeing any ventilators in the creation though. So I guess if you're on a planet like I'm on now, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's got oxygen here. Did it have O2 tanks? It does have oxygen tanks. It does have an oxygen station. But it might need one, though, if you're going to put this on a planet that does not have O2 natively on it. So just keep that in mind. Let's take a look at your storage here. Alright, so looks like we've got these are containers. We got one, we got a 64K storage controller here. Looks like quite a few boxes. 48K there. And I'm at a little loss too because I don't know the language. So I'm assuming this says something, and these are labeled in a particular manner, representing something for gameplay, but I don't know exactly what that is. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Kind of a production farm solar base. Different looking styling to it for sure. So again, this is I'm not going to try to say the name, the OCHOBHARSTA by Star Teth. And very cool creation. Oh, the CPU also, this is one that it could easily be CPU compliant in vanilla and probably also Reforged Eden, but it just needs like another CPU block or two in it, like an improved CPU core or whatnot. That it's very well possible that a lot of these creations, people just when they're building them, they're not using CPU in game, therefore the creations don't have that. But some of these would translate pretty easily to be CPU compliant, including this one, and even this ship over here. The only thing that's really kind of preventing this from being CPU compliant is the use of RCS in it, which, especially in vanilla where I showed this, vanilla charges a ton of CPU for RCS. Alright, so I'm going to jump out of here and I'm going to go into Reforged Eden and take a look at the last two creations. And some cool stuff over here too. Alright. So, in Reforged Eden here, the first thing we got is this Psycho Miner here. I would say Psycho. A very cool miner. This is the Poros. It's a 21 laser drill CV miner by Movado. And this is specifically for Reforged Eden. Cool looking miner. And I gotta imagine by looking at this this drill rig set up here on the front that this thing can practically run full speed at an asteroid and chop a hole through it, not even slow down. That is pretty cool. I mean, if you're gonna mine and you want to get a lot of resources quickly, this is something for you. This thing looks like it would be very, very capable of some definite serious mining going on here. A cool looking miner as well. I like the styling and all the detail going on with the textures and the colors and the block work and decal pieces and pinstriping and you name it. Plus it looks like it's set up to defend nicely against like drone attacks and other nasty things you could run into in space while mining. And then it does have a first-person cockpit right in the center of this really big drill setup here. There's just some interesting stuff going on back here too, like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, sometimes I look at some of the most trivial things, like how the deco or the stuff was painted over that block, and it makes it look like a fan, which is that's just cool. Same thing kind of going on over here. Yeah, it's really cool. Nice touch there. But yeah, this is quite the CV miner, I gotta say. It looks very powerful. Looks like we got some pretty good thrust on it as well. Like the thruster housings in the back here. A lot of texturing done on this. Seeing just a lot of different things going on. Again, like every single block was hand-picked textures, which looks really good. I mean, it takes time to do all that, but yeah, it looks good in the end. Like its stance and how it lands there too. Some sentry guns on the side. I like the deco parts on the bottom. Yeah, this is quite the miner. All right, well, let me try to find a way in here. Let me try to follow the big arrow here. I bet you that could be a clue. Oh, okay, so we got an elevator with a force field on the bottom of it, right at the. So you just kind of hop up. There's not even a door to mess with here. That's cool. And then, oh, look at this. Wow, so you walk in. So yeah, not only are you super fast at the mining, you're going to be able to process a lot of things on the fly or build other parts with the constructors. A couple of small constructors there, a couple of large constructors. We've got a warp drive. All our CPU blocks are along the back here, as well as the main core. I like the wiring set up there, kind of like a wiring loom connecting all this stuff together back there. That's a cool idea. Looks like we're running one big generator and two of the 1x3 generators. Fridge. Yeah, a lot of stuff. So it's definitely meant for business. I mean, this is a kind of creation you'd want. You know, once you can afford this, you'll be able to acquire a lot of resources pretty quickly, and then you'll be able to afford all kinds more stuff. So yeah, warp drive, armor locker, med bay, shower, O2, and then it looks like we're straight into the cockpit. Plus we have all our specialized medical equipment too. So yeah, a lot of utility function as well for some production, as well as, you know, getting healed up, putting on your armor, all that other stuff, and then right up to this really cool first-person cockpit here. And this is very non-obstructive when you're out mining, considering how many, the 21 mining drills on here. You can see really well flying this thing around, which is definitely good for mining. I mean, you can do it in third person too, but you know, with a cockpit and a view distance like that out the front, I would probably mine in first person with this creation. And we got a shield, of course, too. You gotta have the shield. Yeah, that's cool. Just a hardcore, dedicated miners production utility vehicle. Basically, exactly what the name states it is. Yeah, very cool. Curious on how much you cost. Alright, so start with unlock level 25, size class 1. 55 forward, 28 strafing, 111 lift, 55 reverse, 55 down. 7 hour and 30 minute build time. Yeah, some estrium and zirconium usage, but yeah, look at that, 21 laser drills on there. Again, this is going to be one of the fastest miners imaginable. I think this is max limit. I don't think you can, even Reforged Eden doesn't let you exceed this level of mining capacity. I think this is like top tier on what you could possibly do for a miner, which is really cool. Really cool. Long range radar on here, which is very useful for mining. In fact, I would not want to mine in with any kind of CV miner in Reforged Eden that does not have long range radar. Takes too long to find the asteroids that way. 18 fuel tanks, 1 oxygen tank, 2 ventilators. CPU wise, yeah, it's well below the 2.1 million as well. So kind of see the loadout in the in the creation itself. Let me jump in there and just take a look at those CPU cores. And that's where we came in. Yeah, so yeah, one basic, looks like 2 improved and 2 advanced CPU cores to hit that number there. And let's see, I also want to take a look at the storage here. So we've got harvest controller at 320, 3 harvest controllers at 320, and a ammo box, 14K on that, plus miscellaneous cargo boxes and other places to put stuff. Yep. So basically, yeah, you can carry a lot with you too. You got 320K harvest controllers. So yeah, definitely you can go out and just destroy asteroids with this thing and just start processing it on the fly and get a lot of resources very quickly for gameplay. Very cool miner here. So this is the Poros 21 drill CV miner by Movado for Reforged Eden. Very cool miner, I love it. This is the kind of thing I want in game, I tell you. I know they're a little pricey up front, but you know, you use it, if you don't blow it up, like I'm pretty good with miners, then it will pay itself off tenfold beyond that. So good investment. So the last creation today is a smaller one again, and this is a fighter like SV here. This is the F30 Delta Wing by Mighty Duck, and this is for Reforged Eden. And I thought this was a pretty slick looking fighter. I love the shape of it, in the detail levels and whatnot. It just it's cool. It's how it's textured. It does have that World War II kind of look, but it looks way more modern than that. You know, it just looks spacey, sci-fi, but it kind of has that older kind of World War II look going on with it, with the texturing, which I think is a pretty cool touch there. Nice looking cockpit assembly there. I like how the guns are displayed on the sides here, and then you got these kind of front wings here, some extra fins there, and yeah, the other type of wing set on the back here with the non-modular wings, or the old school wings, I would say, because they came into the game long before the modular wings did. Looks like we obvious warp drive in there. Obvious, oh, what do we got here? This is shield. That's what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure. So we got a shield and a warp drive. Got some, looks like some laser turrets on the bottom back over here. Look how thin this is going down the center as well. It just kind of like goes into like, that's maybe like 3 blocks, 2 blocks tall there. At one point. That's just an interesting setup here. Pretty wide wingspan. Yeah, cool looking, very detailed SV here. Looks like it would be pretty fun to fly around for sure. Plus, you know, you've got your other big stuff, warp drive and shield and whatnot in there as well. Like how the landing gear come down. Yeah, very nice looking creation. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 20, 57 forward, 10 strafing, 17 lift, 14 reverse, 27, 14 down, 27 reverse. Does have 1 RCS in here. Hour and 52 minute build time. Smidgen of a little bit of Estrium and Zacosium. Could be for the rail guns on here. So 2 rail guns, 2 Gatling guns, 2 laser turrets. Yeah, still fairly quick spawn time for SV with guns and stuff on it. 3 fuel tanks. Doesn't look like we have any oxygen going on here. So I'm not seeing, and won't need a ventilator because there's no interior space. However, an oxygen tank, if you're flying in a planet, you know, that does not have oxygen, or if you're flying in space, this will keep your this cockpit full of oxygen if you do have an oxygen tank in there and with oxygen in it. So it does look like it could use that. Usually you'd want to put O2 tank on any creation, and any creation with interior space, you'd want to make sure that there's a ventilator on the interior area. Typically, I mean, if you're playing on a planet that has oxygen and it's a base or something and you're only using it on that planet, I guess it would be a waste to have that because it already has O2 and it's not going to go away. But if it's anywhere else on a different planet that doesn't have oxygen or in space, it would definitely want that. So again, yeah, this is a cool looking SV though. Definitely like all the time and attention to detail in there, and it looks like it's got pretty much most things you'd want. I also want to take a look at its CPU and whatnot. Oh, CPU is really light on CPU on this. So yeah, 19,000 used. Comes stock with 34,000 on there. Let's take a look at your storage. So we got a cargo container. Looks like we got 2 cargo containers, a fridge, and a pentaxa tank. Okay, so one other to the author. One other thing that this would require is a ammo box or ammo controller, because it's got some cargo in it, but you can't hold any ammo unless it has an ammo box of some origin, and that could be a container controller, or it could be, God, do they even have the ammo boxes in the game here for that? I thought they did, but yeah, it definitely does need some ammo storage. If these are just regular cargo containers, it wouldn't be able to draw any ammo from those. So that would be something to look at. That in a ventilator, or not a ventilator, I'm sorry, but an oxygen tank or 2 in the creation, I think would fix up all those problems really easily, and then everything should work fine. But yeah, again, I just thought it was a cool looking SV out there. So this is the F30 Delta Wing by Mighty Duck. And this is for Reforged Eden. And that is all I've got for today on creations. I know a couple more, but again, there's quite a few small ones in the mix, so I knew they wouldn't take a whole long time to take a look at. So anyway, you all have yourself a great day, and yeah, check some of these out and see what you think. And have a great weekend. Adios.